Nnamdi Kanu has been sentenced to life imprisonment by the Nigerian justice system, led by Justice Omotosho. That's what's trending today. That's the breaking news today in Nigeria. And this is my take, right? I feel like Nigeria has an Igbo problem. Let me go into it real quick. Nnamdi Kanu, for all the things you want to say about this man, for all the negative things, I can say a whole lot about him. I do not agree with his ideologies. I do not agree with some of his incisive statements. I do not agree with his modus operandi. But one thing you cannot take away from the man is his bravery and his convictions. The way it played out, I honestly wish that man used the power God gave him in a different direction. He would have turned out to be something greater than what he is right now. But you can't beat a man that's already down. But let's jump into the crux of the issue. I have not seen a video or any imagery of Nnamdi Kanu yielding even a pistol. Not talk of an AK-47 or an RPG launcher. All you can say about Nnamdi Kanu are his incisive comments, his vitriol that were attackful, his hateful comments, as you want to call it. But hate, incitement, and all what you want to say about that man have been peddled by other people in Nigeria. So you cannot tell me that he's the first person to bring out incisive comments in the country. Issa Pantami was a past minister. That man said a whole lot of shit about unaliving Nigerians, unaliving Christians in Plateau State, the Middle Belt. He's still working out free. Asari Dokubo is working free. You understand? So you can't use incitement as the bedrock on telling me that this man is a terrorist. Except terrorism is just based on what you say with your mouth. Right? So I feel like probably the man have said a whole lot of stuff that over the past couple of years that are coming out to light tonight, and it's feeling like, oh, this guy is a prophet. And he said a whole lot of things that, yes, I will say led to insecurity in the Southeast. Even if I feel like he might not necessarily have been the one sponsoring those people, but his statements pushed people to do things that I believe they shouldn't have done, of which I believe truly he deserves his day in court and he deserves to be sentenced according to those acts of what he had done. But for life imprisonment for terrorism, I do not agree that. I don't believe or agree that that man is a terrorist, because we know what terrorists do. Terrorists are people that are sitting every day with Sheikh Gumi, that are working free. Today, terrorists are the people that the Nigerian government are rehabilitating back into our societies. In fact, just yesterday, 24 hours before this judgment, Nigerian judiciary sentenced a Boko Haram ISWAP leader to 20 years imprisonment. This is someone that have committed, that have killed, that have thrown bombs, that have set landmines for our military officers, have unalived a whole lot of people. This is a group that Boko Haram is a war terrorist organization recognized globally. You sentence such people, a leader, caught to 20 years in prison. Then you now sentence a man that you have no picture of him with a gun, with a pistol, with any form of ammunition. All you have against him is what he said with his mouth, to life imprisonment. So that is where I tell Nigeria the judiciary has an evil problem, because you cannot explain to me, even though I do not agree with what the man has said, that this justice is justice. But I understand, for me, I understand this politics at play here. I honestly believe that this is actually the problem, reaction, solution occurring right now. The problem has been created. They're going to get the reaction, and at the end of the day, the so-called master strategists close to elections will pardon this guy, and it will become the solution, right? So you see events. How I view this government is that I look at the past events or events that have been happening concurrently with this government. So you saw the pardons Tinubu pardoned the past couple of months ago. The criminals he pardoned. You saw the people he pardoned, people in life imprisonment, kidnappers, drug dealers. He pardoned all those people. Don't worry. I truly, honestly believe that Nnamdi Kanu will be added to that list, probably close to the election period. Why? Just to say, So that, probably if Peter Obi's coming out for elections, next time they'll be like, oh, no, Peter Obi, calm down. Tinubu is a southern candidate. Tinubu have done what nobody have done for the southeast. He has freed Nnamdi Kanu, and the mass hysteria that can happen within that period of time, and voting as sympathy votes, as the case may be. Why? Because Tinubu have fallen out to the north. So I believe that all this thing that's happening right now is all politics at play. But as I always say, time will always tell. Time is the greatest revealer of events. We will be here watching, we'll be here speaking out for Nigerians that are not aware of what's happening to understand that I believe it's just one grand scheme of politics at play right now. So let's get back to the issue, the genocide happening in Nigeria. Tinubu, stop the genocide of Christians in Nigeria. Stop the genocide of Muslims in Nigeria. Stop the genocide happening in the country, or please resign now. It's as simple as that. This whole Nnamdi Kanu charade has come to an end. We can now focus on governance. If you can't provide the governance for the Nigerian people, please step aside.